In this video, I'm going to share with you how I generated thousands of leads, followers, and subscribers completely for free. And this works even if you're starting out from zero, from scratch, or whether you're experienced as well. So, what you can expect in this very quick video, I'm going to share with you everything I did to grow my social media following, my subscribers, my community in the past 5 years. I'll share with you exactly what I'll do right now to generate more qualified leads if I start over from scratch today. And I'll share with you its specific tools and tactics you can implement immediately for your business or your side hustle so that you can make the money that you want. And if you're ready, let's get started. So, for those who do not know who I am, my name is Mark, and I've advised more than 1,000 entrepreneurs and facilitated more than $10 million of startups in the Silicon Valley of Singapore, which is where I'm from. I generated more than $5 million as a digital marketer and more than $300,000 from my side hustles, including becoming number one affiliate for Tony Robbins Asia. I took a leap of faith in 2020 to start my own lifestyle coaching business from $0 to $100,000 in less than 12 months, and have served about 350 people since. And currently, I help aspiring and current lifestyle entrepreneurs, people who want to build a business around their life rather than the other way around, to help them make the extra $10,000 to $30,000 per month while having the time, energy, and freedom to enjoy your life as well. So what I'm going to share with you today is what I call the OPP strategy. And OPP simply stands for other people's platform. So I use it for three main channels: my Instagram, my Facebook, and my YouTube channel. And I also use it to get a whole lot of email subscribers as well, which I'll share with you more in this video. So the OPP strategy, like I said, it stands for other people's platforms. This is exactly what I've done to increase my following, build my list, and find new customers and clients every single month without fail. There are multiple ways to tap on OPPs, though this is the simplest one. I'm going to share with you the simplest one, and I'm going to give you some examples of other ways you can apply it in the rest of the video also. And this works regardless of your current stage. So why I love the OPP strategy, which is you're already building a pool of potential buyers instead of trying to find them totally from scratch. You can do this regardless of the stage you're at or even with zero budget. Number 3 is you can repurpose all pieces of content and do this. Number 4, there's already a transfer of trust. That means if, let's say, you're tapping on somebody's platform of people who really trust them, they immediately put the trust to you because of your association with the person. So it becomes a lot easier to get buyers rather than just doing it from scratch. And number 5 is you're attracting the relevance group of people instead of attracting random people into your content, your funnels, your profiles, and all. So the OPP is just basically in 3 quick steps, which is find, post, and add. I'll share with you what I mean in all of this training. So step number 1, which is find, which is number 1, identify and find the 5 to 10 platforms that consist of your target buyers in the following categories. So it can be communities, alright, which is Facebook groups, LinkedIn, Telegram, events, so on and so forth. So all you need to do is to find out where your target audience is already hanging out. Where is it in social media platforms? Who are they following in terms of influencers, Telegram groups, WhatsApp groups, channels, communities, events, so on and so forth. And so it's important to look out for 2 things when selecting a platform. Number 1, relevant. How similar is the audience to your target client avatar? And number 2, which is activity. How much content and engagement is there from members? So what I mean about activity, which is, let's say you join a group that has, amazing because it's all your target customers, your clients, right? It's all there. But if the group is not even engaged in the first place, where they don't even know each other, they're not connected, there's not much content going on, even if you post a best content there, you might not get views as well. So it needs to be both relevant and have a high level of activity. So one of the best examples anybody can start off with is what I call Facebook groups. So for example, when I first started, there were 3 main groups that I kind of looked out for, which is number 1, entrepreneurs. So I just searched entrepreneur on Facebook and this is all I got. I can join. Number 2 is Tony Robbins, because I like Tony Robbins. I used to be the number 1 affiliate for Tony Robbins in 2019. I knew that my story, my content could probably work there pretty well as well. And number 3 is coaches and consultants. So I search coaches, consultants, and join these groups and add value from there as well. And so what I did is on the Facebook groups, I'll add content, which I'll share more about in a little bit. So step number 2, which is post. So what you do is, in these valuable platforms, you can write a piece of valuable content and share in the group, or simply tag the influencer or creator so their audience can view it too. So note, you are not to sell in your post, because that's likely to turn readers off, or worse yet, your content won't even get approved in the first place. So objective is simply to craft valuable posts to attract more views and engagements, and it's recommended to acknowledge the admin host of the community and even relate to a specific audience to increase the chance of posts getting featured. So these are the 3 most powerful types of content which I share about in separate trainings, which is leverage, transformation, and trending. So again, you can check it out in another training, but these are 3 most powerful types of content that work even when starting from scratch. And so what I do is, number 1, yes, I'll post it on my own social media, on my big mails and my YouTube as well, but then I'll actually repurpose this content into relevant groups. So let me just show you a quick example so you can see how it works as well. So let's say I go on Facebook and let's say let me go for Tony Robbins, okay, because a lot of my target audience, right, might be there. So let's say I go to Tony Robbins and you can see my previous posts that I've posted, and I'll always customize a little bit based on the group or the community or the influencer himself. Okay, so oh, no new post. So let me just check another group. So you can see all this is unedited and it's for you guys to take a look, because why? Imperfect action still makes you money. Okay, so over here, so let me go to Mark, it's my name. Okay, so for example, this is a content that I wrote recently, 30th May, which I just vowed to write email every single day, which I have. You can check them out in my list. But instead of writing a random, posting a random picture, I put my photo of Tony Robbins. Another thing is, okay, so first started my business, I have massive insecurity. So again, this was my old piece of content I wrote previously, and I just tweak it a little bit to the mindset portion as well. So let me just share with you something else that might take a bit more engagement so that you know what I mean. So for example, thanks to Tony Robbins, I achieved all my goals in 1 year. And so this content, again, I wrote it in my own profile, but I just added 1 sentence. Thanks to Tony Robbins, I achieved all my goals in 1 year. And then this is what I got. So again, if you want, you can go to the group, check it out, check out some of my content, and then you can see what I mean. So this is a final example. If I go to the next one, I'm definitely grateful for this one man, but this is something I seriously disagree with Tony Robbins. So you can see it's a huge one, and I talk about why I believe he might be wrong in some areas. Again, you'll see what I mean in the post. And so I got a lot of engagements and some interesting comments, but that was useful for me to get a lot more followers, engagement, and clients. So another one, you can take a look. So ClickFunnels is a marketing group, one of the biggest ones around Facebook. So again, I'll share with you what I did. So 10 biggest lessons I learned after generating $4 million as a digital marketer. Again, you can see the only thing I edited here is a few things. Thanks to ClickFunnels, I put Russell Brunson's photo, which is the owner of the group, and besides learning from, and I just mentioned some of the courses that I learned. Everything else is what I use my old piece of content to do as well. Okay, so we just realized earlier this year, my business made more than last month. I made one entire year. Again, got a lot of engagements. This is a photo of me in one Fun Hacking Live in their community event, and to thank them, share with them. So again, like I said, use your most powerful piece of content, repurpose it, right, and tweak it to the group itself. And this is a mix of both common sense, of course, personalizing it such that it's valuable for their community, and this is how you get there. Okay, and so step number 3 is, so as you saw earlier, there are a lot of people that like my posts, comment on my posts, engage my posts, and these are people, especially the target audience, you can add them as your friends, your connections, and you build connections with them. So, analyze your engagement. Again, Facebook is one of the easier, just add friends. If not, you can actually drop them a quick message, right, to say thank you for liking my post. We'd love to connect, so on and so forth. So I'll show you an example later. So there's no need to establish conversation with every single connection. So for example, because most of my audience is actually targeted towards Asia, right, most of the time. So if it's more of like American or Europeans that's liking my posts, I might not want to add them as friends. Again, I can DM them to say, hey, maybe you can join my email list. But why not as friends? Because I have a limit on my Facebook friends, and I keep deleting it if I keep adding a lot of people that are not my target audience. Okay, so again, this is a quick example. Hey, thanks for connection. Saw that you're also part of following and thought to simply add you in. Cheers. So again, you're not selling anything. You're just connecting with people. Just say, hey, hi, right? Saw that we saw this. Saw that you like my post. Thought to connect with you. I want to connect like my people. Cheers. Have a great week ahead. So when you're not selling anything, it's a fresh thing, right, for most people to read, because most people are trying to sell things anyway. So you're not supposed to sell anything here. You're supposed to sell only through your content, which is our separate training, which I'll share about it, which are attracting your people that might want to buy from you in the first place. So again, the objective of this is to simply increase your level of following, your subscriber count, and nothing more. Let me show you an example in a bit. So another quick examples again is back in 2020, I joined this X Factor Mastermind, paid about $30,000, which had many coaches, consultants, which was somewhat my target audience and is my mentor as well. So in 2021, I wrote a transformation post about my results, encouraging people to join the workshops, and I had quite a bit of engagement, about 82 over here. And these are people I added as friends, connections, and many of them became my customers, my clients, and my followers as well. Example number 2, again, Tony Robbins. It was during the event where Unleash the Power event, the event was there. I wrote a quick post sharing my biggest lessons, and then I asked if anybody like some accountability and support right after the event, and then a lot of people liked my posts, engaged, and then these are some of them became my customers, my clients as well. Lesson number 3 is, example number 3 is I invested about 5 figures in 2022 with the legendary NLP coach Stuart Tan. Paid about 5 figures to work with him, and we co-organized a program together where I shared my lessons and I tagged him as well. So by tagging influencer or someone that's a bit more bigger reach than you, their followers will see your post as well. And so when that happened, people might be interested, they might like your post, they might resonate with you, and you can add them as friends, connect with them over and over again. So there are a lot of ways to get there, but there are just 3 examples of what you can do immediately for yourself. So what can I expect? You have a lot of comments, people thanking you for sharing because you use my simplest content system with the 3 types of content. People like your posts, people will heart it, engage it, and these are people you can add as friend, so on and so forth. So to note, for Facebook, if you max out your friends, which is about 5,000, you can simply delete your inactive Facebook friends, either through manually, which takes a bit of time, or through a software that I use called Friend Filter. You can go Google it, you can probably find it out. You can also consider upgrading to the verified badge and turning to creator mode, which means to optimize your profile so it's more likely for people to follow you too. And this is because why? When people follow you, when people check out your profile, you don't want it to be a blurry face or even no picture in the first place, and you don't even describe what you do in the first place. So you want to optimize it as well. You can see mine as examples later. So the strategy above works better for Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. There are other platforms that work as well, but I like Facebook more, but I know Instagram, LinkedIn, some of my clients have used it to great effect also. And of course, there are other ways you can utilize OPP too. So for example, other people's platforms, so that's just the online method. So here are just some examples of other ways you can apply OPP. So for example, when I started my journey, I would be constantly invited to speak at other people's platforms, or I would ask them if they would like me to speak at their platforms. Because why? When I speak and add value and create lots of content and lots of value for them, the other speakers or the other influencers audience, right, will get to know me, add me as friends, so on and so forth. So getting featured on stages, mini, big, virtual or not, can be a great way for you to for more people to know you as well. Next one is interviews. So how I actually skyrocketed my following was actually through interviews alone, which is I started interviewing the people around me that were amazing what they did, had a big following, had a big reach, and I would interview them. And the wonderful thing is I didn't have to create content, I just ask questions. And then I'll just post it on my YouTube channel, I'll repurpose it on Facebook, I'll ask my team members to edit into shorts so they can use it for their own content as well. I'll post it on their groups, their channels, tag them, and I got a lot of content. So there are some customer and clients that joined me after they realized that I interviewed some of the best people in Asia in terms of the coaches, speakers, trainers, and they trusted me because I had connections with all of them. So this is another example, which is interviews, and that's what I can use as well. Next thing is giveaways. So what I can do is you can always give away like maybe some of your best stuff, a free content, your free books, your free resources, as you can see over here. And what I can do is you can incentivize people to either DM other people to subscribe to your list or to get your free stuff, or to incentivize them to take the post. So you can see, for example, in my recent giveaway campaign, I wanted people to complete a quick survey so that I can pass them some of my best resources I've accumulated over the years. But if you share this post, I'll give you some VIP access to stuff that most people would have access to, or what people might have to pay in the future. I also DM people that I maybe have added value to, maybe my clients, my customers, people that I know will support me, and then they will be able to do they will be able to share the giveaways and get you to be exposed to more people as well. So like I said, other people's platforms, there are a lot of ways to get there, but just think about how can I tap on other people to share the word with their own groups and communities, but by adding value to them at the same time. So another of my favorite things, I'll share you a quick story about my own personal trainer. So my personal trainer is about 3 to 5 years younger than me, but how he started his journey was amazing, and I always like to share his story to a lot of my clients and my friends as well, which is when he wanted to start his personal training business, he could never get clients because his friends weren't very into personal training. So what he just did at the point of time when he was young was he just attended one event every week, and he will get his clients from there. And this event is called Toastmasters. So every week he will go up on stage, talk about his love for fitness, and because he was buff, right, and he is strong, people naturally ask him, hey, do you do personal training? And then he got there. So right now he's at BNI, which is a bigger kind of business event that he attends every week as well. But he started from a free, low price event called Toastmasters. This photo was from my program called Asia Works. It's a mindset personal development program. And I like to say, right, not in a way where I'm trying to like take advantage of the people around me, which is I made back my money multiple times. Not just because I implemented what I learned in terms of my personal mindsets, my breakthroughs, which I got a lot of results from it. I always tell people it's one of my most powerful programs of all time, Asia Works. But I also made money back because a lot of the people that I attended this mindset program with, in the end, became my customers, my clients, and people who bought from me as well. So attending events, I don't like to call it networking events because then it feels a bit sleazy, inauthentic. By joining communities, events, programs, right, where you're already interested in it, with or without getting new clients, or you feel great and you will benefit whether you get new customer or clients or not, I think that's one of the most powerful ways where you authentically connect with people, enjoy yourself and benefit. And hey, if you get new followers, subscribers, customers, clients, it's a huge bonus as well. So that's one of the best things. I want clients that was in the pageant community and got clients from there, and got leads, followers from that side. But she loves pageant, right? And it was natural for her to connect with people from that point. So again, even the program's powerful ways are offline method, but to me, it's one of the most fulfilling ways to get new followers, subscribers, because they connect with you personally already. So remember, whatever strategy I share, the best strategy is the one you can do the longest. If you have never done it before, you need to go and test it out to find out whether you like it. But if you have done multiple before and you're not too sure what you want or what's the best, my take is to find out what you feel that you can do the longest and then keep going there over and over again. So for example, for me, I only join events and programs only when I enjoy it. I don't do it as a marketing strategy. I like doing online because it's a bit simpler, and I get my VA team sometimes to support as well. And I also do interviews when I enjoy myself. So again, the best strategy one can do the longest rather than the best thing in the world, which we might work for others but might not work for us. So next part, I'm going to share with you how I built my email list to 2,000, more than 2,000 subscribers. And so in this case, so this is my main website to get more email subscribers, and I'll share with you how I got more than 2,000 right now. So strategy number one, just two strategies. Number one is assets. That means you give and provide assets to people and in return for the email. So it's one of the simplest strategies to know. Some of you might already have heard it before. Again, it's not about whether we heard or whether we know, or sometimes whether we implement. So assets are good. If you're someone who's starting out and haven't wrote a book or haven't done it before, the easiest thing you can do is to attend an event or program by established, renowned people and just offer to give the notes for free. So for example, one of the things that got me about 80 to 100 subscribers when I first started was an event called Nas Daily. When a guy called Nas Daily was sharing exactly how he does viral videos. It was a paid event. I actually wrote down all my notes. I even tagged him when I wrote my social media, which is if anybody like a summary of the notes, comment me in the chat and I'll send you the link. I got about 80 to 100 subscribers just based on one thing alone. So again, assets, whether it's by yourself or by a renowned person, if you're starting new from scratch, one of the easiest way you can get subscribers also. Number two is just ask people. So this is a simple DM I send to people to like my post, who liked my post previously through the OPP strategy. Which is, hey, I hope, just want to say, hey, if you'd like to support me in my newsletter, subscribe here. If not, I totally understand. Have a great week ahead. So again, I'm not trying to sell anything, and I also give people, I just let people tell them, say, hey, if you're not interested, no problem at all. Have a great week ahead. I don't want to be too pushy because I don't really know the person. But when you share in a nice way, I actually got a lot of subscribers from just this one strategy alone. Okay, so how do you implement this into your own business, your own life? Number one, optimize your profile. Make sure that it's something that people might want. You actually take a look at my profiles after this if you want to. Number two, create content. Right? Again, create content is one of the best ways, and I have some trainings on content. You check it out on my channel as well. Number three is add friends. So add friends, add connections, connect with people, whether it's through DM or is it through just adding them directly, and then invite them to your list, whether it's asking them to subscribe to your newsletter or something else as well. And you can, instead of asking them just to subscribe to newsletter, you can also ask if they want some form of asset or some form of benefits that you might give to people or resources that give for free as well. So that's another way to do so. And lastly is explore all the other alternative all the alternative OPP strategies, which is partnerships and collaborations, speaking at other people's communities, events, going for events, conducting interviews, which is one of my favorite ways to learn, connect people, and add value to others at the same time, interviews, and then of course some giveaways. Also, again, there are multiple ways to do so. Okay, so if you like all of what I shared about earlier, and if you like our unlimited personal support to make extra $10,000 to $30,000 per month while enjoying a lifestyle business next 6 to 12 months, you can click on the first link below in the description somewhere, or you can find me on Facebook and DM me info for details. But if you're not ready yet, no problem, grab my best stuff for free. You can check this out here, and if not, I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.